Good afternoon. Today at the incredible Discon, the Optimus Studio is very privileged to have with us the most popular director, producer, Boney Kapoor with us. Hi Boney ji, welcome.
Namaskar, hello.
Boney ji, have you heard about Rotary?
Yes, I have. I have been hearing about the Rotary since my childhood. I know it's a organization which is there all over the world, which does a lot of work for good causes. There is a lot of charity which is done by this association. And every district has a Rotary Club, which means that they've penetrated throughout the world, not just in India, throughout the world. So they work on good causes, and it's always good to hear there is an organization which is non-commercial, working only for good causes.
Yeah, Rotary is known for its eradication of polio. Eradication of polio, Rotary has played a very important role. We have got only 10 to 10.
Not only eradication of polio, many more such social things which clean up the society, which do a lot for the society in various forms and various ways.
Yes. Boney ji, can you tell us something about your journey? How did your journey into this field begin?
Well, I'm 69 now. My journey started from the age of 19. I started as an assistant editor with Kamlakar Karkanis. I was with him for 2 years. I worked on about 5 or 6 films with him. I was an intern, then an assistant. Then I joined Shakti Samanta as an assistant director. Worked for almost 2 years on 5-6 films with him. Anurodh, Mehbooba, Great Gambler. These are the films that I worked with him, and a couple more. And at the same time, I was helping my father. Rather, I was with my father doing the production for him. He was a film producer, and I worked in production for the films that he was doing at that point of time. I remember 2 films that I have been on sets all the time, Ponga Pandit and Phool Khile Gulshan Gulshan. Besides that, while I was being groomed in all the verticals, rather, I was self-grooming myself. I used to be a regular visitor at Lakshmikant Pyaralal's music room. They've given music for 9 of our films, and I used to land up there every evening just to see how the directors work, how they give their tunes to the director, how they work to give a situation a lot more meaning, how the lyrics come into play, how the song is made. Sometimes it is the lyrics which are given to the music director, and the music director has to work on the tune. Sometimes on the tune, the lyric writer has got to satisfy the music director and the director of the film, talking about the content, or probably including the content in the words that he puts in for the song. So it's been a journey with a lot of input from these verticals. Then of course in 1979-80 I became an independent producer. My first film was Ampanch. This was in 1979 that the prep started. I started shooting in 80, released in 81. After that I did O Saat Din. And since then I've done about 45 films in these years. I've done films in Marathi, I've done films in Tamil, I've done films in Telugu, Bengali, and now I hope to do films in Kannada, Malayalam, Punjabi, and Bengali too. Bengali I've done, but Bhojpuri too.
Yeah. And about Mr. India?
Well, what can I say about Mr. India?
Mogambo Kushua.
Mogambo Kushua is something which Javed Saab coined, and at that point of time when it was coined, we were sure that it will become the most famous one-liner. This one-liner started with Sholay. Tera kya hoga Kalia.
Yes.
Kitne, all those one-liners became very young. So we thought this probably will get into the same league and will be as popular as those one-liners. I'm glad that it is bracketed in those one-liners.
Yes.
And individually also it has gained a lot of respect, it creates a lot of humor into the...
Absolutely.
Whenever and wherever it is used for a concert, an event, whenever some other it is not just Mogambo who says Mogambo Kushua. The world today acknowledges whenever a good thing happens, Mogambo Kushua.
Boss, especially employees, जब भी boss खुश होते हैं, Mogambo खुश हो गया.
Everywhere. In fact, at that point of time, Javed Saab had also said, in a group of, whenever there's a card playing session and the person playing Rummy gets the right card, so he will also react and say Mogambo Kushua.
Yeah, it is one of the, as to say, those one-liners here to stay.
Yes, and one-liners again, you see, like in my film Wanted also, there was this अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता.
मैं
एक बार मैंने कमिटमेंट कर ली तो उसके बाद मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता.
Yes.
So there are various one-liners, and I think this also from Wanted was very popular. It was followed up in different ways in several films later.
I think Wo Sat Din was Anil's first movie.
Well, first film as a hero, as an independent hero. Before that, he had done small roles in Shakti, in Hamare
Yeah.
Tumhare, and Ek Baar Kaho. And he did a Telugu film also. He did as a leading man. He did a Telugu film as a leading man in Kannada, in which Mani Ratnam was launched. That was Mani Ratnam's first film.
Oh,
But his
okay.
first Hindi film as a hero, which released, was Wo Sat Din.
That is Anda Nalkal remake.
Yes, it was a remake of
Anda
Tamil film, Bhagiraja's film. And it was made in Telugu to Radha Kalyanam.
And Bonichi, what are your future plans?
Well, as of now, I will continue making films. That's the only job I know. My new film, which is ready for release, is Maidan. It's on sports, it's on football. It's a
Wow.
biopic of a coach who brought glory to Indian football. He's not been spoken of. People probably are not even aware of him. But this film will enlighten the audience and the football loving youngsters that India at one time had reached the semi-final in the Melbourne Olympics in '56, and we lost to France. And
Okay.
again in Jakarta Asian Games, we won the gold medal. India at that point was amongst the top 5 teams, top 10 teams of the world. And
the-
today we are not even in 100.
In football, we can't even believe that.
Yeah. So this film reveals that coach's journey and the players, how he picked up. The journey of the players and his family background, how his family was supportive. So it has a mix of everything, and at the same time, I mean, it definitely will give a lot of pride to the Indians. You don't have to be in a uniform to be patriotic. He was patriotic too, and his only ambition before he dies was that India wins a gold.
He was patriotic in his duty by doing his duty properly.
Yes.
That's so nice. We look forward to that film. We at Optimus Studio wish you all the best for
Thank
all
you.
success.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your time.
All right, okay.